field trip a little bit?
Sure. So, LIT, I thought it was a good idea that LIT actually does sort of something you have a chance to get an alternate break. So we went to Best Friends Animal Sanctuary last Thursday and Friday and cleaned up poop and scooped and loved kitties and all this kind of stuff, and then we went for rice. And it's really fun watching these kids, and most of the kids have never been to anything like that. And it's just such great fun. They're my heart kids. They're probably all your heart kids. It's just great opportunities. So much fun. Kim Sommer's actually came as well. And we just drove down there, had a great time, and kind of exhausted because it's just a great opportunity for them and for us. And a lot of positives came out of that. So I hope that it's nice to have an animal that's there, or maybe it's another place to have an animal. It's experiences.
Great, thank you. David Price here. Do you want to talk about a little bit about the one coming up, the trip you've set up?
On May 11th, it's a Saturday. The biology and earth science department is taking 110 students down to Arches. Spend the day down there, come on back.
Great opportunity. This will be the third year
Yes.
taking him on a trip. So that's great. Mr. Sandrock,
Yes, sir.
you want to share yours, what you've got set up?
Sure. Which one are you talking about? Astronomy or the art stuff? Because we got two.
The one down south.
Okay. We're taking a small group of students who have really distinguished themselves as the top among all their peers. And it's an in-depth, very specialized, almost more into geology and astronomy than just the general course they allow. We're going to go on that particular Friday to Bryce Canyon National Park, and then on Saturday, we get a really closer look at Arches National Park. With an overnight at one of the high schools in Moab, they're willing to put us up so they get to see other high schools and get that contrast as well. And that will bring them home appreciating Granger back more. So they're going to really go and get an in-depth, hands-on science experience, and hopefully be able to work.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you, great. Great things going on. Your time and your energy taking these students, giving them these experiences is great. Okay, I would like to introduce to you Melody Fisher. She is our new front office secretary. I'll let you tell me a little bit about yourself.
I've been at Kearns Junior High for the last six years, more or less. I speak Spanish. I love being around kids. I know Ruth I just can't step up to her level. She's pretty awesome, but I'm going to try. So be patient with me. Teach me how things go if I'm doing it wrong. I'm easy to teach, and I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Thank you. Okay, any other celebrations or recognitions? I want to tell you of an experience I had this last week, Monday. I had a student, for those of you who do know her, Yelena Dragicevic. She was waiting there at my office Monday morning, and she was just excited, and she was a little giddy. And she said, I need to talk to you. I'm like, okay. So she came into my office, and as soon as she walked in my office, she opened up her laptop, and she said, I just want to show you something. And she showed me her letter of acceptance to Harvard. So she got accepted to Harvard, she got accepted to Yale, and she's being accepted to Stanford. Okay? So exciting. So I told her, I said, can I share that? And she said, yes, go ahead. So I said, so where are you going to pick? Where are you looking at? And she said, well, she didn't have one, she didn't have a favorite one at that point, but she said, Yale, I think all her tuition is covered for. So just amazing. And you who had her as a student, is pretty incredible to see her work ethic and what she's accomplished. Being a Sterling Scholar as well. I mean, she won Sterling Scholar a few weeks ago. We haven't had a Sterling. I don't know. I was trying to find out if we've ever had a Sterling Scholar. And I heard there hadn't ever been a Sterling Scholar winner from Granger. And then I heard there maybe had been someone in the 80s. But nonetheless, what a great accomplishment for her to represent her school. And we had a runner-up. Layla was a runner-up, so two students. So I asked her about, I said, what do you select, I mean, what's going to make your decision of whether you go to Harvard or Yale or Stanford? And she said, well, Yale offers study abroad, and if she goes study abroad, it covers everything. Harvard covers everything, but not study abroad. So anyway, what a hard choice to make. I mean, what a good choice. What a hard choice to make. Which, yeah, but so deserving of that. All right, let me turn some time over to Michelle and to Tim, or just maybe it's just Michelle. How did I heard of?
Oh, there were?
My name is Annette Hernandez. Please come to the counseling center. Your dad is here.
Oh, really?
I know you guys are all excited about this. I'm so excited to have it over. So UA Plus is Utah Aspire Plus. That is our new end of year testing, takes the place of SAGE. And that involves everyone because we're going to test everybody all on the same day. April 23rd is the day, and we'll only have we'll have freshmen and sophomores here that day. That's it. The rest of the kids, April 23rd. We will give you more information on that. We're going to train you how to do it. It's very similar to the ACT. So those of you who have experienced that, it should go pretty smooth. The issues that make it hard are on the back end. So you guys just will show up and we'll all work and it'll be wonderful. In the meantime, if I still have hair, you'll know I made it through it. Okay? So just a couple things that you need to know at this point, and then we'll have some more extensive training next week. So the first one is there are practice tests available if you want your kids to kind of see what it's like. And that is, so this is the splash page that comes up when they log on to Chromebooks. There is a button now called Aspire Plus, Utah Aspire Plus. If they go there, if they click on that, then it will bring them up to this page. On this page, there are sample question samples, and it's done by grade level and then by content. So they just pick the one. Now, I have not looked at them. I have nothing to do with them. If you hate them, I'm sorry, but they can see what there is, okay? They are tested in math, science, reading, and English, which is writing. Yes?
Can kids opt out again? Is that an option like SAGE or no?
Yes, they can opt out, but you can't tell them that.
Well, I just wait, you know, you always have that opt out ask you.
Yeah, well, now you know. Okay, just let me know though. Okay, so once they, also on this same page, so if you look at test preparation up there at the top, there's also a student tutorial that is, I can't remember how long it is, but you could show that to your kids. It'll show them how to navigate and how to move around and all that kind of stuff. This is the sample questions, that's the page I'm directing you directly to. Okay, just a couple other things between now and next Tuesday. If you would please, I will send this to you, but please go into utah.pearsonaccessnext.com and make sure that your user works. Okay, you should all have a user. Everybody, you're gonna all need it because we have like 65 sessions. So you'll all need it. So what you'll do is you'll go there and then you'll click on View Pearson Access Next. There's a bunch of boxes. This is the one you're gonna do. And then if you don't know what your password is, just say forgot my password. So your username is gonna be your email address. And you should all be in there. And if you're not, let me know.
Is it graniteschools.org?
Graniteschools.org. Yeah. And you just tell it you forgot your password. It will send you an email that allows you to reset your password.
Also, we don't use our.
Whatever you set up is awesome. Okay. Most of you, if you set this up earlier, probably did use that password. Okay. Just a couple information things and then I'm done. First of all, please encourage your 9th and 10th graders to bring earbuds on the 23rd. Because there is an audio section, and it will read it all to them. It's also adaptive. I believe it will allow them to also listen in Spanish. I am checking on that, but they can read it and listen to it in Spanish. Okay? So they will need headphones. I will give each room some headphones, but you can imagine 65 sessions, even 10 per session, that's a lot of headphones. Okay? All Chromebooks need to be updated in the following halls. These are the halls that we're going to use for testing. Lower E, it's really only the first room, the Avid room. Upper and lower F, upper and lower G, upper and lower H, and then upper J. So if you are in one of those hallways, we're not using your room.
So it's only Chromebooks.
Actually, we are using some labs, but we're not using your lab. Okay? You need to make sure that they're updated. So this is how you're going to do it. Really easy. The kids, yes.
Will you email this to us too?
I'm going to email you the whole presentation. So they'll go to Chrome://Chrome. It'll take them to the update page. All they have to do is tell it to update. It should be around 73. If it's around 73, you're good. Okay? Questions for me?
Do we need to update before the 23rd?
Please update. Yes. Yes.
Just a reminder that H206 and, I'm sorry, not 206, 207 and underneath 107 are smaller rooms.
I know.
Okay, good.
Yes. Very much aware. Okay? All right. I think that's it. That's me. I will send this to you. And if you have questions, we'll talk more next week.
Okay, with that comes trying to get 95% participation. Okay? That's a challenge. And in the past, whenever we did SAGE, we had, we did 3 different weeks of testing, and then we were always trying to scramble. So, what I'd like to do and try to encourage and motivate these students, and I've spoken to a few teachers about this idea, what would get some of these kids motivated to come and take the test? A lot of them are already probably saying, oh, I don't care about it, and it's sad because you've spent so much time preparing them for the test, you've been teaching the standards all year long, and then at the very end you want them to perform. Well, some of the ideas, or a idea, is the following. On that morning, we will prepare breakfast. We will announce it and we will prepare breakfast. Now we know that that's 15, possibly 1,500 students, or right around there. So that's starting early and cooking a lot of pancakes. You're welcome to come and eat pancakes as well. But that's one of the things we want to do. The other part of it is we cannot incentivize with grades. We cannot bribe with anything else. Okay, that's legislative law, is we can't do that. However, we can celebrate. And what we like to do is, for every student who comes and takes the test that day, we will, at the very end of the day, so we'll start with breakfast for them. At the end of the day, we'll have a huge donut and ice cream party out in the courtyard out here. And that will be every kid who comes, as they exit your room, you'll give them a ticket so that they can come in. This is for 9th grade and 10th grade. And we just hope we'll get as many as we can. Participation is a big part of it. So what I'm going to do for the next few weeks, and part of the interruption as I do this, I'm going to come on the loudspeaker probably a couple of times a week, probably at the morning 2nd period and then again at the 4th period, just announcing this to the kids. Letting them know that it's important, letting them know that it's important that they try, that it helps us gauge, what are we doing as a school to prepare them? What are you doing as teachers to help them be successful? We want them to do their best. And I think sometimes we just need to continually announce it. We will announce breakfast, we'll announce the ice cream party afterwards. I'm so emotional about the test. We'll announce the party afterwards. So let's encourage. Every one of you will be helping with this, and we just need the students there, because if not, it's going to be a scramble to try to get these kids to come back and take the test. So again, let me just interrupt a couple of times. I'm not gonna take a long time, but I will be cutting into different classroom time-wise.
I have just noticed this year as kids have asked me about it, and I mentioned that it's a kind of a prep for ACT. More of them have already been buying into it better because they know they have to take the ACT anyways, and so they're kind of like, oh, it's going to help me with that? Okay, awesome. So I think we're
Great
already
idea.
kind of started in the right direction.
Half of the test is ACT.
Right.
Yeah, great suggestion.
Will they get their scores like then? Like they'll be able to see how they do? Is that true?
No, I think that one is processed for a few weeks before they send it back because they'll use that for kind of the school grade.
Well, I guess we can lie to them.
Just tell them there's a donut at the end of the day. So, okay. For 11th and 12th graders on that day, okay? We cannot, again, we cannot tell them not to come. Don't say, guys, don't come. What we do tell them is we'll tell them the same thing we tell everybody else on the day that we test the ACT. And that is if they want to come to school, they're welcome to be in the commons area. Some of them are going to come for breakfast or lunch. Okay, they come, this is where they eat. So they will come for that. So breakfast and lunch will still be served. But let them know that they're able to come in the morning if they want to have breakfast. And then if they want to come at lunchtime, there will be time in the commons area for them to study. And that they're welcome to come. And at the very end of the day, if they need to see teachers, they can go and meet with teachers. All right, so just don't say, hey, don't come to school that day. Just say, 9th and 10th will be testing. Yeah.
Is the Aspire just the first chunk of the day like ACT, or is it the full day?
It's going to be the full day. I think, what time do we end? Like at 1:45?
It's the entire day.
Yeah, so they'll test, they will have lunch. They'll have lunch, and then after lunch, they'll finish out the testing for the day.
They'll do 3 tests before lunch and then 1 test after. It's a long, day.
It is. It is. So, guys, encourage. Please encourage. These are when the relationships come in and you say, just come in and do your best and get them. Some of them we'll encourage them by celebrating and letting them know that our celebration is a result of their efforts and hard work. Okay. All right. I need everybody to have a piece of paper and a pencil or something to write with. If you don't have one, there's some paper back here. Okay. This is going to tie a little bit into we're going to do two different activities here. We're going to do part of the Granite Way PD, and then after that we're going to lead into our different task forces and continue to working with that. So, without talking to anybody, on your piece of paper, I want you to draw how to make a piece of toast. Do not talk. Yep, you can't write. You need to draw. Do not talk to your partner. Do not copy from your partner. Draw how to make a piece of toast. Okay, about 30 more seconds.
Need more time.
One more minute. How to make toast.